Good morning, students. In my last class, I had done objective type question answers from A to D, and today we'll do E, long questions. So, E1, first question. Explain the two events that shaped modern democracy. And that answer you will get in page number 84. Take out page number 84, second row. In page number 84, second row, 3 points are given. Number 1 point. In Britain, the nobles who assisted the king brought out a document called Magna Carta, limiting the power of the royal families. It was written by a group of 13th century nobles to protect their rights and property against the cruel king. This is the first point. And then second point, the British colonies in North America declared themselves independent from Britain in 1776 and adopted a democratic constitution in 1787. The new government of USA adopted the Bill of Rights, which granted certain rights to its citizens. And the third, the feeling of liberation was felt worldwide. A revolution in France followed. This led to the establishment of French Republic based on the principles of liberty, fraternity and equality. So these are the 3 points given. So I think you can leave point number 1. No need to write. You are asked to write 2 points. So last 2 points, the British colonies in North America, that one you write. And this liberty, fraternity, equality, that these 2 points you can write. Alright? That will be easier. Then, why do we need a constitution? This answer I will dictate, you write. E2. Why do we need a constitution? Right. Constitution is very essential for an independent and democratic country. Democratic, TIC, democratic country. There cannot be, after full stop, there cannot be, there, THERE, there cannot be a true democratic state, a true TRUE, true democratic, TIC, democratic state without having a constitution of its own, without having a constitution of its, its own, full stop. The constitution contains the rules. Constitution contains the rules of our political system. Rules of our political system. Full stop. It protects the rights of people. It protects, PROs, TEC, TS, protects the rights of the people. Full stop. It is an important document. It is an important document laying down, LAYING, laying down, DOWN, down the fundamental, FUNDAMENTAL, fundamental principles of a country. Full stop. The country is governed. The country is governed, Governed, governed by this, these principles. Full stop. The Constitution gives the citizens. The Constitution gives the citizen certain rights, because of which the government cannot misuse its power, its power. Full stop. And this answer is over. Then number 3, write any 3 features of the Constitution. Write any 3 features of the Constitution. Okay, so you begin in this way. 3 features of the Constitution are, put a small dash, then write equality. Point number A, write equality, E capital letter, equality, and then put a small dash. After equality, put a small dash, and then you have to explain it. One of the important pillars of democracy is equality. One of the important pillars of democracy is equality. Full stop. Equal status and opportunities. Status and opportunities have been granted, GUARANTED, to the people. Okay. Then number B, another principle is, you write the point, justice, JUSTICE, justice. Then put a small dash. Constitution provides, PROVIDES, provides social, political and economic justice to all. Social, political and economic justice to all. Full stop. The Constitution states, STATES, the Constitution states, STATES, that the government shall not deny, deny, the government shall not deny citizen equality before law, LAW, law. Okay. Then point number C, write liberty, LIBERTY, liberty. This is the point, and then you put a small dash. Liberty, L capital letter, small dash, and then write Democratic constitution provides liberty of thoughts, THOUGHT is thoughts, expression, after thoughts, comma, expression, comma, belief, faith and worship. Belief, faith and worship. So this is answer number 3. Then answer number 4. Which are the laws enacted by the government to bring about social and economic equality? Which are the laws enacted by the government to bring about social and economic equality? And answer you will get in page number 88. Constitutional provision. There you will get. So here the laws are given 1, 2, then here article 16, 17. So you can take article 16. Article 16 of the Constitution provides equal opportunity in matter of relating to public employment or appointment to any office under the state. Then you can take article 17. Article 17 of the Constitution declares untouchability and its practice in any form as forbidden, and enforcement of any disability arising out of untouchability as an offence is punishable in accordance with the law. Then these 2 points you can take, and then next paragraph you see. In 1955, the Disabilities Act was passed by the Government of India, which states that persons with disabilities have equal rights. So these 3 points you can take. Article number 16, Article 17 and Disabilities Act in 1955. These 3 points enough. Then question number 5. Give 2 reasons why democracy is so popular. So this answer you will get in page number 87. Reasons for the popularity of democracy. 2 points are given. So these 2 points you can write. Point number 1. People play an important role in the democratic system of governance. Or instead of this you can write people play an important role in a democratic state. It is their right to elect their representatives. There you can put full stop. The interest of the people are the greatest importance in an ideal democracy. These few lines you can write in point number 1. And in point number 2, the ability to offer positive solution to problems arising out of conflicts between different social, cultural and political interest groups. More importantly, the decisions, decisions after full stop, groups then full stop, then after full stop you will write decisions concerning different groups of people are taken with the consent of all concerned. So these 2 points you can write. So alright children, today we will stop. These are the question answers and we have come to the end of this lesson. So next time we will start the next chapter, institutional representation of democracy. Okay, alright.